രവീന്ദ് സാറേ കുറച്ചൊരു കയറി സാർ, കുറച്ചൊരു കയറി വയ്ക്കുക സാർ, കുറച്ചുകൂടെ എടുത്തു. അപ്പർ സാർ പ്രീത ടീച്ചർ അതുവഴി വിളക്കോട്, അതുവഴി വിളക്കോട്. ആ ഓക്കെ.
We can formally start the valedictory session with a prayer. For that, I invite Nandu Krishnan R.
ദൈവമേ കാത്തുകൊള്ളുകങ്ങ്, കൈവിടാതിങ്ങു ഞങ്ങളെ. നാവികന്നി ഭവാപ്തിക്കൊരാറിവൻ തോണി നിൻ പദം. എണ്ണി എണ്ണി തൊട്ടെണ്ണും പൊരുളൊടുങ്ങിയ നിന്നിടും ദൃക്കു പോലുള്ള നിന്നില സ്പന്ദമാകണം. അന്നവസ്ത്രാദി മുട്ടാതെ തന്നു രക്ഷിച്ചു ഞങ്ങളെ. ധന്യരാക്കുന്ന നീയൊന്നു തന്നെ ഞങ്ങൾക്കു തമ്പുരാ. ആഴിയും തിരയും കാറ്റുമാഴവും പോലെ ഞങ്ങളും മായയും നിൻ മഹിമയും നീയുമെന്നുള്ളിലാകണം. നീയല്ലോ സൃഷ്ടിയും സൃഷ്ടാവായതും സൃഷ്ടിജാലവും. നീയല്ലോ ദൈവമേ സൃഷ്ടിക്കുള്ള സാമഗ്രിയായതും. നീയല്ലോ മായയും മായാവിയും മായാവിനോദനും. നീയല്ലോ മായയെ നീക്കി സായുജ്യം നൽകുമാരനും. നീ സത്യം ജ്ഞാനമാനന്ദം, നീ തന്നെ വർത്തമാനവും ഭൂതവും ഭാവിയും വേറല്ലോതും മൊഴിയുമോക്കിൽ നീ. അകവും പുറവും തിങ്ങും മഹിമാവാർന്ന നിൻ പദം പുകഴ്ത്തുന്നു ഞങ്ങളങ്ങ് ഭഗവാനെ. ജയിക്കുക ജയിക്കുക മഹാദേവ ദീനാവന പരായണ. ജയിക്കുക ചിദാനന്ദ ദയാസിന്ധു. ജയിക്കുക ആഴമീറും നിൻ മഹസ്സം ആഴിയിൽ ഞങ്ങളാകവേ. ആഴണം വാഴണം നിത്യം വാഴണം വാഴണം സുഖം.
Thank you. To officially commence the valedictory ceremony, I invite Professor Dr. Shegaran S., Coordinator of Interact 2025, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon, respected Chair Professor Shiva, Principal of the College, Municipal Chairman Dr. Sri Laji, our chief guest of the valedictory session, the eminent scientist and the teacher Dr. G.M. Nair sir, Dr. Ravindran sir, our research officer of SN Trust and the UGC Emeritus Professor, the management representative Dr. Sri Aji SRM, the coordinator of the seminar Dr. Preja Krishnan, the coordinator, the IQAC coordinator Dr. Sri Ranjani, all HODs, faculty members, teachers from other institutions, respected participants, esteemed guests, and dear students. I wish a great pleasure and the immense gratitude that I extend a warm welcome to all of you on the valedictory session of this esteemed Interact 2025 3-day international seminar. It's a remarkable 3-day journey of knowledge to exchange insightful discussions and meaningful collaborations. At the very outset, I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to all distinguished guests, eminent speakers, scholars, researchers, and the delegates who have contributed immensely in the success of this seminar. Without taking much time to me, I enter to the formal welcome of this session. We are very privileged to have us our chair, Dr. Shiva, who is the visionary leadership continues to lead us. I welcome your teacher for this session. A special and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. G.M. Nair sir, the President, Kerala Academy of Science and the Honorary Director of the CLIF, University of Kerala, with the presence of this great occasion. We are also honored the presence of our research officer and the former emeritus professor of our trust, Dr. Ravindran sir, whose contribution to the research and academic inspired to us. I welcome you, sir, for this. A warm welcome to our municipal chairman, Sri K.M. Nawaji sir, whose support and encouragement is very valuable. I heartily welcome you, sir, for this session. Our sincere greetings and welcome to our management representative, Sri Aji SRM, for the continuous commitment to the institutional progress. I welcome you, sir. A special mention to Dr. Preja Krishnan, coordinator of this Interact 2025. I welcome you for this occasion as a formality. Dr. Sri Ranjani S, who is our IQAC coordinator, whose efforts have been instrumental for this organizing this seminar. Welcome you, teacher. A warm welcome to all the head of the departments, our fellow faculty members, researchers, research scholars, eminent guests and participants, delegates, and all present here. I add a great valuable greetings to this gathering. Once again, I extend my warm welcome to each and every one of you. I welcome you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I invite our principal, Professor Dr. Shiva S., to deliver the presidential address.
Good afternoon. Today's chief guest, respected GM Nair sir, our another chief guest, Dr. Ravindran sir, our management representative, Sri Aji Saran sir, Interact 2025 coordinators, Sri Ranjini teacher, Rida Krishna teacher, and Dr. Shekharan sir, IQAC coordinator, Sri Ranjini teacher, other participants, research scholars, other teachers from other colleges. Sri K.M. Laji, sir, Chairman, Varkala Municipality, research scholars, respected colleagues, and dear participants and teachers from other colleges. It is with immense gratitude and a deep sense of fulfillment that I stand before you today at the valedictory function of this esteemed multidisciplinary international seminar. Over the past days, we have witnessed an enriching confluence of ideas, perspectives, and innovations across diverse disciplines. This seminar has been a testament of the power of knowledge collaboration and the pursuit of excellence. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all our guest keynote speakers, panelists, researchers, and participants who have contributed immensely through their thought-provoking discussions and groundbreaking research. A special appreciation goes to the organizing committee whose tireless efforts have made this event a resounding success. Very special thanks to our RDC, Sri Aji SRM sir, for untiring and inspiring support to all. This seminar has reinforced the idea that true progress is no longer confined within the boundaries of a single discipline. Whether it is a meeting humanities, technologies merging with waste disposal or policy aligning and the social sciences, we have seen that interdisciplinary collaboration fosters innovative solutions to global challenges. We have explored a wide range of topics from emerging technologies such as AI and sustainable development to cultural transformation and economic policies. These discussions have provided not only the intellectual enrichment but also actionable insights and that can shape our respective field. While the seminar comes to close, the journey of knowledge and collaboration must continue. The presentations we have had here should serve as a foundation for future research, global partnership, and policy development. I encourage each of you to take forward the spirit of inquiry, innovation, and interdisciplinary synergy. Let us continue to engage in meaningful dialogues, publish our findings, and create platform where diverse minds can unite to address the pressing issues in our times. In an increasingly complex world, solutions require a multidisciplinary approach, and it is through such collaborations that we can truly make a difference. Before I conclude, I extend my sincere appreciation to our sponsors, institutional partners, and volunteers who have supported this initiative. Your dedication has been invaluable. As we part ways, let us carry with us not just the knowledge gained, but also the connections made and the inspiration ignited. I hope that this seminar marked the beginning of many more cross-disciplinary interactions and groundbreaking innovations. Once again, I thank each and every one of you for the participation, engagement, and invaluable contributions. Wishing you all the continued success of our endeavors, and let the spirit of learning and collaborations live on. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. To provide a brief report on the proceedings of Interact 2025, I now invite Dr. Preetha Krishna L., Coordinator, Interact 2025.
Good afternoon to one and all. I feel very happy to stand here before you today to present a report of Interact 2025. With all your permission, let me present a very brief report. Interact 2025 is a multidisciplinary international seminar organized by Sri Narayana College, Shivagiri from 19 to 21st March 2025 in association with 9 state, national and international level collaborations. And this Interact 2025 is organized as part of our Diamond Jubilee celebrations. The title of our seminar is Integrative Approaches to Collaborative Thinking, and in short it is Interact 2025, and there were 5 major themes: science and sustainability, biodiversity conservation, India's development, language and culture, sports medicine and yoga. And apart from these 5 major themes, there was a special theme on Sri Narayana Darshanas, and the seminar was inaugurated by Dr. B. Ashok IAS in the presence of Srimad Suresh Chandra Swamigal from Shivagiri Math, Dr. Nataraj, Yoga Guru from Zimbabwe, Ms. Ann Peterson, Yoga Trainer from Australia, Professor Dr. A. Bijukumar Sir from University of Kerala, Professor Dr. Kupuram from Kenya, and Sri Mahesh Gurukal. Next, let me brief the 3-day happenings here. In day 1, on 19th, there were 12 invited talks on various topics such as biodiversity conservation, ocean resources, Sri Narayana Darshanas, India's development through integration and collaborations, business management and accounting, global environmental challenges and changes, culture, memory and moments in Australian cinema, material research, emerging trends in aquaculture, yoga, dynamic yoga and lifestyle practices and yoga. And there were 158 paper presentations on day 1, both online and through offline mode. And we had resource persons from Zimbabwe, Kenya, Australia, University of Kerala, scientists from Center for Earth Sciences, and professors from IIST, and resource persons from London Business School, UK on day 1. And in day 2, there were 11 invited talks on various topics such as Indian knowledge system and Hindi literature, plants and factories, evolution of Earth, Sri Narayana Darshana, animal extinction, wildlife, incredible lakes and generative AI. And there were 239 paper presentations on day 2. And we had resource persons from Government College, Goa, University of Kerala, University of Birmingham, UK. And on 3rd day, we had 6 invited talks on Kerala Model of Development, CSR in Corporate Branding, Paleontology, Fossils in Kutch and its Significance, and on Sri Narayana Darshanas. And there were 101 paper presentations today, and we had resource persons from University College, Rajagiri College, GSA, and Government College, Kasaragod. So these were the happenings in these 3 days. And Let me thank all the, especially our management representative, principal, faculty members, all the participants for being with us here throughout 3 days. And let me also announce here that this is not the end of this lecture is not the end of Interact 2025 because only the invited talks and the paper presentations are over here. We have a second part for this, and because we have received 498 research papers from various parts, both from India and abroad, and we have decided to publish these papers by the 14 departments of our college, and we have planned to publish it as 14 books. So I hope we can complete that also with the grace and guidance of our leading light. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, it is time for the valedictory address. It is an honor to welcome Dr. G. Mohandas Nair, a distinguished academician and researcher with over 45 years experience in plant science, biotechnology, and environmental studies. He has held leadership positions at multiple universities, making remarkable contributions to research, education, and infrastructure development. Currently serving as the director of the Central Laboratory for Instrumentation and Facilitation at the University of Kerala, he has been at the forefront of scientific innovation.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry for maybe because we are short of time, so it was maybe short. But descriptions may not suit much to this valedictory session. Respected Professor Dr. Shiva, Principal of this premier college, Dr. Ravi Jain, UGC Emeritus Professor, respected Chairman of Kerala Municipality, Municipal Corporation, Sri K.N. Laji, my dear friend and associate, Dr. Shekharan, Dr. Preeta Krishna, Dr. Aji Kasaram, Dr. Sri Jantini, respected faculty, members of this college, and from other colleges too, students. Are there any students? Very few, okay. So there is mainly a faculty meeting, faculty gathering. You know that as I represent an organization called as Kerala Academy of Sciences, for the past 1 month we have been moving around in 50 locations within the state of Kerala, talking to the students from the schools, from the colleges, from the institutions, speaking about the importance of science, and then how multidisciplinary approach in science would make wonders, can create wonders for the development of the nation. And this approach is again celebrating the Kerala Academy of Sciences venture to celebrate National Science Day, wherein Sir C.V. Raman had made a great epoch-making discovery, the Raman effect. Maybe that Raman effect is a great finding, but then the genesis of the Raman effect, the kind of great developments that have taken place in the country, by which we are going to go march ahead for becoming a developed nation soon. That's what the motto of it is, not just to go for speaking about science and scientific spirit, but we should understand that science is very important, as we have our first Premier Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, that science cannot be negated. Science is the one which is going to take a country forward. And only through science a country can become a developed nation. And I think if you analyze what has happened, it is true. But science is not a standalone subject. That's what my point is, because this is a multidisciplinary, Interact national 3-day seminar. I was told that around 450 so or registrations were there. Papers were present. Where are they? Where are those presenters who have presented the paper? Maybe that they have done it in different locations, different places, in different disciplines. Do you think that that is their role to come speak and go? I don't think, because if you, when you make a venue this way, when you make a platform this way, I'm happy that Dr. Shekharan has chosen to have this venue, this place for this valedictory because it is full. Okay, had it been in your major auditorium, it would have been pathetic, I tell you, except for the few front row chairs, I wouldn't have found any. But I really wanted to talk to the students from different disciplines. That's what my name was. I have been doing that, not to speak of science, but to say that something that should come from your own vision. Inclusiveness, interest in everything that you do. Never be passive in what you do and what you commit. This is what is happening, that you don't get involved. Involvement is to the minimum. You come to the class, listen to a person, listen to a teacher, and you do not know how much you listen to the teacher, but then you feel that you have Google with you, you will be able to know everything. But do you think that that would empower you? Because the National Science Day speaks that the Indian youth to be empowered to go become global leaders for in science and innovation to become a developed nation or Vikasit Bharat. And what is that is being envisaged? Unless we have young generation coming forward, when they interact with each other, make an interdisciplinary platform, I think science cannot be disseminated unless you have the languages with you. So economics is very important because you need to work out the scientific developments in a very precise way. We need to have all the disciplines, not just scientists. That's what I said. None of the disciplines are standalone subjects. And your National Education Policy 2020 says that education should be inclusive, holistic, and multidisciplinary. This is what the concept is. Lakhs and lakhs of students migrate from the country. The best brains that we have migrated to Canada, UK, US, and other places. And what would be left over in the country to make a developed nation? All the IITs, we have IITs, Indian Institute of Technologies, in every state of the country. None of these people joined ISRO, which has made a great groundbreaking programs during the past few years. None of them, they migrate. They either go to MIT to do something great, because they think that once you associate with MIT, you would have something great. Go to Canada, you do that. We also did, my organization has gone for making an analysis, student exodus in Canada, in the country. Why students migrate? We asked them questions. Many of them said that we don't have that kind of system in the country, in the state, where they will have a free education. Don't you think that NAP 2020 addresses that? It's an inclusive education, it's holistic education. You don't separate from any of the subject. If you are a science graduate, learn music, go to economics, go to politics, go to Malayalam department, because if you have to make the programs, whatever you do in a understandable language, you need to teach the society, because you say that scientific social responsibility. It's not just to work in the lab. You need to take it to the masses, take it to the society, inform them what you're doing, like what exactly ISRO has been doing. That maybe that large amount of money is being spent on space travel. What is important? So what goes to the society? What goes to the common people? They have been taking a great massive measure to inculcate that kind of information to the people, to say that the importance of that. You use mobile phones, that's what you use now. Do you think that without satellites being sent up, will you be able to use it? And India is the maximum mobile users are in India. And this is also because of your great connectivity. Earlier, that when I was in Gujarat, my mother expired and I got the news after 3 days. Though they have put a lightning bolt to inform me that my mother has suspected. But I couldn't reach on time. I couldn't see her body. But today, you can make a video call to the person wherever you're sitting. Sunita Williams, when she was in the space station, she used to communicate frequently. She didn't feel that monotonous kind of thing that is happening in the spaceship when she was stranded there for 9 months. Day before yesterday, she landed back. Thanks to So that means the connectivity as well, the satellites are they inform that. The weather conditions, you can forecast, you can make a forecasting of the weather conditions. You can say at the nick of the time on a real-time basis when you are going to have a rain, when you are going to have thunders, and when you are going to have, the storms or whatever kind of thing. All these are being. This is for the government. You would be able to predict what kind of fishes are there, the swarming of fishes, everything can be predicted through that. They communicate to each other through this. Maybe that when they are in the deep oceans, they will understand. They can communicate with each other and understand where exactly they have to reach and how to travel back to the ship. All these are wonders being created by the scientists. So when you say that you have become the first country in the world to land a Vikram lander specifically on the southern region of the moon. The first country in the world to do that. And this is all done by. Why I'm saying the example of ISRO is that it's a true example of multidisciplinary. You have done a multidisciplinary, but it's not converging. Multidisciplinary convergence is otherwise what will happen if you have many subjects, you stand as a separate entity even then. When you can convert all these multidisciplinary for a course. ISRO has a course. You have engineers, you have scientists, you have technocrats, you have science managers, statisticians, computer engineers, all these people put they're multidisciplinary. Anytime do you feel that they are working independently? They are all working, that's what I said, the concept of multidisciplinary convergence. And wonders are created in the world. Wonders are created in the space technologies mainly because they don't work for themselves. They don't work for themselves. It's not that just I go for an invited talk, then I sit there for some time at least, and then listen to others also. Because when I speak to somebody, I have a duty to listen to others too. So when you go and present a paper, don't you think that you just present your paper and disappear, or come back again to get your certificate? That's not good. If you want to improve, if the curriculum has to be improved, if the students have to stay back in the country, in spite of having all the program, I know that I will take much time, in spite because we have dignitaries to talk, but in spite of having all the facilities, we have IITs in every state of the country. We have ICERs in every state of the country. We have IIMs in most of the states of the country. We have so much of things happening. Every facility is being given. But understand that the pathetic thing is that 1930, C.V. Raman got Nobel Prize in science, and that is said to be the only Indian Nobel Prize that we have got. We have in science, but we have Amartya Sen, we have Mother Teresa, Rabindranath Tagore, Sundar Pichai, not Sundar Pichai. There are so many other people who have got Nobel Prizes in different disciplines, but in science only one. Why is it so? Why is it so? In spite of having all the facilities there, C.V. Raman got the Nobel Prize just by inventing a small spectroscope. He spending about 10 to 15,000 rupees, he made a spectroscope and made a revelation to people. Because till that time, everyone believed that the blue color of the sea is mainly because of the reflection of the sun. He didn't believe. That's why that independent thinking, innovative thinking is lacking in the new generation. In fact, I wanted to talk this to the students, not to the teachers, because you are all mature, you understand the circumstances, but then they are my target groups. When I say to them that kind of feeling they will have. They don't go in for that interdisciplinary approach. Nothing will happen in the country unless you are interdisciplinary. I said, so maybe that after 1930 we couldn't bring an Indian Nobel Prize to the country in spite of spending so much in science and technology. This is the question. Why is it so? Venkataraman Ramakrishnan, he got Nobel Prize in chemistry. I know him as a person because I was in MS University Baroda. He was a BSc physics student over there. No one knew him, nobody knew him, except that he was the son of a great professor over there, Professor C.V. Ramakrishnan. He went abroad. In fact, because being an alumnus of MS University, when I got some kind of, some news that such a person is getting, and then because Venkataraman Ramakrishnan is connected to C.V. Ramakrishnan, I called some of my friends over there. They didn't know it because they didn't know about C.V. Venkataraman Ramakrishnan. They didn't know it. So when it was said to them, they got all kind of affairs. MS University shot into fame and all that. But then it is not done in the Nobel Prize. He did his BSc over there, he went abroad. UK, he got a citizenship, and then over there. Similarly, there are several people who went abroad and got Nobel Prize. We cannot claim them to be. So why is it that we don't have an Indian Nobel Prize after 9? Your mindset. You don't think, you don't innovate, you don't think big. What is that? And you are not sure of what you are. This is one of the major things that is happening. You don't know what your capabilities are. Einstein, that is said to be the biggest brain in the world. Don't you think that he had some bigger brain? Absolutely. He didn't have any, because after his death, his brain was analyzed. It's like a normal brain. But what is important is that you should make use of it. Make use of your brain, because otherwise, I'm sure with the artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, I don't think that now these days, I'm sure the students may be submitting their reports and seminar, all those things through ChatGPT. They don't do it. And if that happens and if it continues, I'm sure your brain will be very well ill-developed. It becomes a redundant organ, and maybe that it becomes a vestigial organ. No, this vestigial organ, so all of this will be. Something which is not being used, it becomes a useless organ. You have a vermiform appendix in your body, which carries and creates trouble for you, appendicitis. Now, if brain becomes, because you don't have anything, everything will be done by ChatGPT. You don't think, you don't use any of your brain for any of the things. So everything, and now Elon Musk has brought in, robotics, and he has done everything. He has been making a radical change in the whole system. But he says that he says that he and his robot, he will do everything for him. So imagine that each one of you possessing a robot. You don't have a family, you don't have children, you don't have anyone around you, because robot is taken care of. Don't you think that you want to have a time like that? Maybe that I may not be there till that time, but the younger generation is going to suffer. And suffer in the sense that they will have all, they cannot think. Even now people cannot calculate, even I cannot calculate. I use a mobile for calculation, because if a big number is being given, I won't be able to do it. And if it happens this way, you will never use your brain. It becomes a vestigial organ, and the man becomes just a vegetable in the course of it. I predict maybe 15 years and 20 years if this goes this way. We have no developed nation. They say that we should become a developed nation by 2047. Now, I don't think that is possible, because if all these people are migrating, what you call as brain drain, all the big talents, I'm sure. Are you making a provision? Maybe that they would ask me a question. That why is it that we are not giving a provision to make us come back? What you call as brain gain. I always tell people that maybe that there should be brain gain. You should go abroad. You should go to the places. See, I never went outside Kerala. Till my MSc, I did my MSc, BSc, everything here. But after that, I went all the way to Gujarat. I didn't know anything. I didn't know the language. So I learned so many things over there, and then probably that after learning things and shaping myself and getting so much of skill in me, then I went in for redesigning my destiny. I changed my destiny. I shaped my destiny. So if I have something today, it's mainly because of my change in that attitude. None of the people around this globe. During these years in Kerala, I don't think, because you have workforce from Bengal and in other places you will have work, and then maybe that was the only thing. Other, you are using your brain, because the best brains are there in the Malayalis in Kerala. So everyone says that, and you could work because you went all the way to Gulf countries and developed that place. All those constructions, everything that you have in bigger Gulf countries, all done by Malayalis, even early. Now people, of course, from other places. Like that, now we are depending on. And that day, the local people were not doing anything. Now they have become empowered. They want the local people in most of the jobs. Are we thinking that way? You're comfortable. You are in your comfort zone. So I think maybe by teachers, by many few students sitting in front of you, understand that if you want to have a comfortable life without any problems, because you need to think, you need to innovate, because you need to have new medicines. As you know that Kerala is a hub of all viral diseases. Now if you have to have, unless you have drugs, unless you have vaccines, unless you have medicines to treat all these things, and where will they come? You cannot import every time from other countries. We need to have our own indigenous technologies. So I think it is high time that you rethink about yourself, redefine yourself, and have a confidence and faith in yourself that you have great qualities. You are not inferior to anybody. That's what you should tell your students. See that. That's what you call it as inclusive education. Inclusive education, everyone. There is absolutely no, separation between maybe mentally retarded, physically handicapped, or whatever kind of. You don't have to put all them together. And the person who is last in your class, make him bring to the first, and probably inculcate a kind of temporary a realization. He has great qualities, and that qualities, whether it's not that one has to come to science. Wherever you are comfortable, you try to. The boy was giving the prayer song. I'm sure that he is going to be a very good singer, provided he, commits himself, do much more, and do practice. I'm sure he is going to be able to sing, because it was a kind of a semi-classical prayer he sang. I was very impressed with that. And I also maybe. Dr. Shekaran yesterday told me, sir, you restrict to 30 minutes. I will take only. I think I will finish it in 10 minutes, not 5 minutes. Because he said that you should take only 30 minutes, because there is possibility to speak after me. So I thought, but it's all his freedom, he said to me, so I was prepared. But maybe that I would have taken more time had the students been here. Because I don't feel like, it's not good to talk and to maybe preach to you things, which you don't need. You're all mature people, and maybe then if you can change, because you don't understand that teachers would become insignificant after some time. You have no roles to play, except go to the class, sit there, and probably if there are students, be happy with them. Talk about what is happening around you, don't teach them, because you don't have to teach them, they have everything with them. So if that happens, and you don't give any assignments to them, because assignments are not made by them, they will make the ChatGPT to do that for them. So if that happens, what is your life? What is the next generation's life? My young children sitting in front of me, some of you, at least I think you are students, isn't it? Okay. So understand that you have a great responsibility. If you have to live good in your life, attach it to a goal. Einstein said that. If you want to have a good life, tag it to a goal. And do you have any goals? And most of you, and I'm sure the students come here, take courses just because passive. That's why you got it. You got admission in a class. You never thought you would come to botany. You never thought you would come to zoology. You never thought you would come to economics. But then you got admissions to your brain. You complete the course and get it. And that's what is happening. Nobody is interested in anything that is happening around. I'm sorry to say that, because a person who has been in the academic sector for the last 45 to 50 years, seen many of the universities, and molded many students to the level of what I have been speaking to them. I'll just finish it. Yesterday, I was in Pathanamthitta speaking to students of different standards in the school, Alliance Foundation, and they had a Advaitananda school, so they are pre-primary, upper primary, and high school. I was not comfortable with the upper, and I went to the lower primary school. I just said that, do you have any vision? What do you want to do? What a boy. One boy stood up and said, I wanted to become a mathematician. A fourth standard student is telling me, small, I have got the video, if you want to listen, I can give it to you. And he said, and I thought probably it's mathematics, he knows about Ramanujan, he knows about Aryabhatta, he knows who has made zero, and everything he gave me 6 minutes video I have where he was speaking. And such kind of talents are there. In my cliff, students used to come quite often to visit me. And one day from Sarvodaya school, students from 8th standard till 12th standard came to me. There also I speak to them because I love talking to the students. When I talk to them, I ask them, do you have any vision? What do you want to become? Many of them say, I want to become a doctor because my mother wants me to become a doctor. My father wants me to become an engineer because they are engineers or doctors. Nobody said about anything else, but one boy, I tell about that everywhere, that boy's vision, that he said he wants to become an astrophysicist. How many of you know? How many of the students know about the intricacies of astrophysics? Again, I thought that this boy is just casually mentioning about astrophysics. I called him and I said, what do you know about it? In the group itself, I asked him to be. He was knowing about Dr. Thanu Padmanabhan, one of the greatest astrophysicists of the country. He would have got a Nobel Prize had he been alive. And he also knows that after him his daughter, Hamsa Padmanabhan, and her work in astrophysics. And he talked everything about, he has learned and he is determined to become. Believe me, next day morning he came with his mother. She is a bioinformatics postgraduate. Sat with me, I was listening. Sir, I read a book called Immunology. Last week I was reading an immunology book. And he spoke to me for 1 hour explaining what he has read in the book about immunology. Imagine, a boy who wants to become an astrophysics and he has immense knowledge in other subjects. That is what the interdisciplinary approach is. That is what the multidisciplinary approach is. The multidisciplinary convergence is what is happening with ISRO, where everyone put their heads together to send the satellites. We are the first in the world to land on the southern side. Not only that, we have a great satellite going near the sun to learn more things about intricacies of the sun because no one else ventured into that. And the last one that has happened is docking and undocking that has happened in the space. That small modules are sent to the space and where they are precisely sitting over here that docked those 2 modules, eventually making a platform in the space. A space station is going to be a reality in the course of time. And for that you need to dock and you need to undock. Both of them have been successful. And imagine, things are happening in the country. How many of us are proud of that? But it's all happening because had the physicists, had the chemists, had the engineers, had the scientists sat differently on different tables and published papers and kind of things, and I'm sure nothing would have happened in Paris. It all happened because of the chemists. So I would say, if a message is being given to you, please understand that. Talk to others. Talk to the other people because you may be knowing Dr. Achut Shankaras Nair, who is a electrical engineer by profession. He became the best bioinformatician and he has a doctorate in music. He goes for concerts these days. And that's why, because he doesn't stop anywhere. He goes on learning things and things. And a bioinformatician and electrical engineer learning music and getting a PhD in that, and he goes for concerts these days and in addition to what he has. And that should be the message. People will be remembered. All these people who made a mark, otherwise every one of us will live. Nothing is left out. You will be, maybe your grandchildren or children may not be remembering you for long. But then if you make an indelible mark, if your name becomes indelible through the contributions you have done, and you have the capability, you can become C.V. Raman and bring a, like C.V. Raman and bring a Nobel Prize. You can become like Somanath and then make everything happen in the space. You can become a Ramanujan like a physician and do wonders in mathematics, or maybe that you can become like Shakespeare or many of those great people who are in the literature. You can become Amartya Sen or the man who got Nobel Prize in economics, and his wife, yes, correct. Okay, I'm so happy. We have such kind of talents here. And don't think that you should get a Nobel Prize. But wherever you are proficient, I'm sure the boy who sang today, he should become proficient in music, and that he should involve himself in music. Maybe that there will be a degree for him. But that is his domain. So find out your domain, find out your quality, and try to nurture that, and then doing great things. I am sure that the dream of all the people in India to make India a Vikasit Bharat or a developed nation, not developing nation. We have been hearing about developing nation for long. Let us make it a developed nation. We will be in the forefront. China is marching ahead. The US is marching ahead. UK is marching ahead. All those people are marching ahead because they are commitment and determination. So you should understand that this institution, SM College Varkala, will know to people only when the products that come out from this will make an interview. Otherwise, this also becomes a redundant kind of thing. People come, study, and go off. Mark, make a mark. MS University shot into fame because when Venkataraman Ramakrishnan got them. Like, let there be some great things happening in the college, because you should feel proud of the institution where you worked, and then maybe that will bring laurels to the institution where you work, and that only comes through your great deeds. I'm so happy that I've been invited by my friend Dr. Shekaran to come forward here, but I would have come because I was so busy and moving around the entire state of Kerala, talking to the students at different classes, inculcating scientific temper and hoping that something great is going to happen, which will not, because I won't be able to change the minds of people, mindsets of the people. But at least you should understand, being teachers sitting in front of me, being students sitting in front of me, you have a responsibility. You are a citizen of the country, and you have to contribute something, and you should be known, and that will come only through your deeds. So be a writer, be a scientist, be a engineer, or whatever you are, or a doctor, and all these people, their name will be becoming indelible only through your contributions, and not by anything else, because you will disappear and no contributions being made, and you will never be known, and you're just a drop in the ocean. If something has to happen, that needs to be built up by you yourself. Understand that you have a responsibility. Think big, think great, dream big. That's what APJ Abdul Kalam says. That he only taught all the kids to dream high, and dream the impossible. And to achieve that, you should have sleepless nights. So dreams are not to be seen while sleeping. Dreams should be the one which should not let you sleep. That's what the great thing is. And also, he also said about that, birds take shelter when the rain comes in. That's one of the greatest instruments of that. All birds take shelter when the rain comes. But eagle flies over the cloud to overcome that. That's the greatness. To fly over the clouds so that you evade all the adversities, you become much great. I'm sure that a wonderful future will be. Career cannot come. Success is not just through an elevator. Success is when you climb the steps. Each step is a stepping stone for you, where you learn so many things, you become very confident of yourself, and then go on. My dear teachers, and this maybe that some of these things which I said, you can disseminate to your students. Maybe that you also will have to, at least will have 10 to 15 years of service. Probably you need to have students, you need to have, maybe that there are permanent people, so there won't be any problem. But understand about the new people who want to come to the college, they will not have any vacancy because students are out there. So give the best to them, make them realize their potential. Try to bring the best out of them, and then make a social responsibility in them, and tell them that they have greatness within you, hidden, only if it is being surfaced that way. Thank you, Dr. Shekaran, for inviting me, all of you for your patient listening. But I would have loved to go to that bigger hall where all the students are sitting in front of me and talking to them. But at least few students, please, whatever you have heard from me, try to talk to your friends. If you feel so, I don't know, because it's all hearing and forgetting about it. Thank you very much, and great.
Thank you, sir. To further enlighten us with his wisdom and experience, we have among us Dr. R. Ravindran, UGC Emeritus Professor, Research Officer, SN Trust, and former Principal, SN College, Varkala. I now invite him to deliver the special address.
Good afternoon, everybody. The respected chair, Dr. Shiva, Chief Guest of the day, Dr. G.M. Nair, my dear friends Naji Saram and Lalji, all other dignitaries on and off the dais, dear teachers, non-teaching staff and students. It is my pleasure to be a part of this 3-day international multidisciplinary seminar organized by the college for the last 3 days. The focal theme of this seminar itself is so interesting and up to the mark, and our chief guest has explained the need of this seminar and the importance of multidisciplinary approaches to science. Dr. G.M. Nair made a very elegant talk on this subject, so there is no scope for me to make any more scientific discourse in this talk. It's a courage to organize such a multidisciplinary international seminar having more than 9 parallel venues at a stretch with more than 30 resource persons and about 550 research papers for the last 3 days of scientific discourses. Your captain, the principal, took it as a challenge, and finally with the all-hearted support of and the cooperation of all the teaching and non-teaching staff, the event concluded with the colorful memories, and it is another golden feather in the crown of the college. For this wonderful execution of the seminar, the part played by each and every one of this college is well appreciated. You know, there is every chance of flop and failure of this program due to technical reasons, but the timely interaction of the technical team everywhere made this seminar a grand success. So let us congratulate Mr. Sajid Sashidaran and Vishnu of Geology Department with an applause, please. Special congratulations for the 24-hour and the 365 days of support of Mr. Aji SRM, our management representative. And finally, let me take this opportunity to congratulate the coordinators of this program, Dr. Shegaran and Dr. Preeta Krishnan, and also IPSC coordinator, Sri Ranjini, and all other teaching and non-teaching faculty of this college. So I wish and hope for similar and more advanced programs in the coming years in the college with colorful results. Thank you very much. One thing more, Professor Mohandas made a comment that he is from man from MS University, Baroda. I heard only this because I am a man from MS University, Baroda Physics Department. He was my senior, I don't know, because when I reached Baroda in 1987, he left Baroda after submitting his PhD. And all his colleagues are my friends nowadays also. That is why I want to explain that. I am a man from the Physics Department where that Venkataraman Ramakrishnan got his Nobel Prize, and we still also we have companies there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now we move on to the much awaited award distribution ceremony. I request Dr. G. Mohandas Nair to do the honors and present the awards to our deserving winners. If the participants are not present, I request the department representatives to collect the awards. Announcing the department-wise Best Paper Presentation Awards. First, from the Department of Botany, Arsha Narayan, PG and Research Department of Botany, SN College, Kollam. Lindsay KR, PG, Department of Biotechnology, SAS, SNDP Yogam College, Kodi. Next, from Physics, Sindhu RL, Research Scholar, MG College, Trivandrum. Mrs. Malalika Senan, MSc Physics, Department of Physics, SN College, Varkala. Next, from the Department of Maths, Dr. S. Baiju, Associate Professor, Government College, Karyvattam. Next, from the Department of History, Divya S. Vijayan, Assistant Professor in Vocal, Sri Saraswati Tirunal Government Music College, Trivandrum. Needu Lakshmi U, Assistant Professor, Political Science, SN College, Kollam. Next, from Department of Zoology, Ms. Needu Karan, Research Scholar, Department of Zoology, University College, Trivandrum. Next, from the Department of Chemistry, Akhila M, Research Scholar, SN College, Kollam. Manisha M, Research Scholar, MG College, Trivandrum. From the Department of Physical Education, Dr. Rajiv Kumar R, Associate Professor, Department of Physical Education, PTF Government College, Perinthal. From the Department of Hindi, Susmita P. Panikar, Research Scholar, University College. Next, from Department of Economics, Advait Goban, Research Scholar, Department of Economics, Government College, Rajasthan. Next, from the Department of Geology, Jayalakshmi Omanakutan, MSc Geology, MG University. Next, from Department of Malayalam, Adulya PS, Research Scholar, Department of Malayalam, University of Calicut. Next, from Department of Commerce, Sruthi MS, Research Scholar, PG and Research Department of Commerce and Management Studies, Sri Neelakanta Government Sanskrit College, Pattambi, Palakkad. Next, from Department of English, Vismaya Vinod, MA English, Pondicherry University. Aishwarya S. Nair, Senior Research Fellow, Institute of English, University of Kerala. Next, from the Department of Sanskrit, Dr. Veera R. Uday, Assistant Professor, Department of Sanskrit, SN College, Kollam. Thank you. Congratulations to all the winners. Now, it is time for the felicitations. I invite Sri K. M. Laji, Chairperson, Varkala Municipality, to extend his felicitation.
നമ്മുടെ കോളേജിൽ നടക്കുന്ന ഒരു അന്തർദേശീയ സെമിനാറിൻ്റെ സമാപന സമ്മേളനമാണത്. ഈ സമ്മേളനത്തിന് അധ്യക്ഷം വഹിക്കുന്ന കോളേജിൻ്റെ ബഹുമാനിയായ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ പ്രൊഫസർ ഷീബ ടീച്ചർ ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ പരിപാടി ഔപചാരികമായി ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്ത, ഉദ്ഘാടനം മാത്രമല്ല വലിയ ഒരു പ്രസംഗത്തിലൂടെ ഒരു ക്ലാസ് തന്നെ നയിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഡോക്ടർ ജി മോഹൻദാസ് നായർ സാർ, അധ്യക്ഷവേദിയിലുള്ള നമുക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം ആശംസിച്ച ശേഖരൻ സാർ, നമ്മുടെ മുൻ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ഓഡിറ്റർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ശ്രീ രവീന്ദ്ര സാർ, ശ്രീ അജി എസ് സാർ, ഈ പരിപാടിയിൽ സംബന്ധിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന വിവിധ തലങ്ങളിലെ പ്രമുഖരായിട്ടുള്ള അധ്യാപകർ, ഈ കോളേജിൽ തന്നെ ഡോക്ടർ ബബിത ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള അധ്യാപകർ, ടീച്ചർമാർ, വിവിധ കോളേജുകളിൽ നിന്നും ഇവിടുത്തെ വിവിധ സെമിനാറുകളിൽ പങ്കെടുത്തുകൊണ്ട് നല്ല പ്രഭാഷണങ്ങളും അവതരണങ്ങളും നടത്തിയിട്ടുള്ള ബഹുമാന്യ വ്യക്തിത്വങ്ങൾ, നേരത്തെ നമ്മുടെ സാറ് സൂചിപ്പിച്ചതുപോലെ ഇവിടെ പങ്കെടുക്കേണ്ട മിടുമിടുക്കരായിട്ടുള്ള, ഭാവിയിൽ കുറേയേറെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കേണ്ട, ഇന്ന് പങ്കെടുക്കാത്തതിൽ വിഷമമുണ്ട്, കുറച്ച് പേരെങ്കിലുമുണ്ട്. ആ കൂട്ടത്തിലുള്ള വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ, സഹോദരങ്ങൾ, ദീർഘമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ആശംസാ പ്രസംഗം ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ അനുചിതമാണ്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മുടെ അധ്യക്ഷയും ഉദ്ഘാടകനും ഇവിടെ സൂചിപ്പിച്ച ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ, രണ്ട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ പരാമർശിക്കണം എന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. ഒന്ന്, ടീച്ചർ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളത് ഇത് ആഗോളതലത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു പരിപാടി നടത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ ഈ പ്രവർത്തനം എത്രമാത്രം ഗുണകരമായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ലോക പ്രശസ്തിയോടുകൂടി കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ കഴിയും എന്നുള്ളതാണ്, അതിലെല്ലാം ഇടപെടാൻ കഴിയും എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അതിലൊരു സംശയം വേണ്ട. ഈ നടന്ന 3 ദിവസത്തെ പരിപാടി നമുക്ക് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ വർക്കല ശ്രീനാരായണ കോളേജ് പല കാര്യങ്ങളിലും നമ്മൾ മികച്ച കോളേജ് എന്ന അഭിമാനത്തോടുകൂടി പറയുന്ന ആളാണ്. ഞാനിതൊക്കെ ഈ കോളേജ് ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് 40 വർഷങ്ങൾക്ക് മുമ്പ് നമ്മളൊക്കെ ഇവിടുത്തെ അന്നിറങ്ങിയവരാണ്. അന്നത്തെ കോളേജിൻ്റെ അന്തരീക്ഷം വരെ ഇന്നത്തെ കോളേജിൻ്റെ അന്തരീക്ഷം വരെ. ഈ 3 ദിവസം നടന്ന ഒരു ഇൻ്റർനാഷണൽ സെമിനാറുകൾ നടക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇത് വലിയൊരു ചർച്ചയായി മാറുകയാണ്. അത് കേരളത്തിൽ മാത്രമല്ല, ഇന്ത്യയിൽ മാത്രമല്ല, ചിലപ്പോൾ ലോകത്തിൽ പലയിടത്തും ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു കോളേജ്, ശ്രീനാരായണ ഗുരുവിൻ്റെ നാമധേയത്തിലുള്ള ഈ കോളേജിൽ ഇന്ന വിഷയങ്ങൾ സംബന്ധിച്ചുള്ള ഒരു വലിയ ചർച്ച ലോകത്ത് നടക്കും. അത് നമ്മുടെ കോളേജിലേക്കുള്ള പുതിയ വരവിന്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഈ കോളേജിൻ്റെ പാണ്ഡിത്യം കൂട്ടാനും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് വളരെ വളരെ നല്ല സ്കോളർമാരെ സൃഷ്ടിക്കുവാനുള്ള അവസരം കിട്ടുന്നതിന് വളരെ മാതൃകാപരമായിട്ടുള്ള തുടക്കമാണ് ഇന്നിവിടെ സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചത്. ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മളിവിടെ ഇത്തരത്തിൽ കോളേജിൻ്റെ അനിവാര്യമായ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ രീതിയിൽ നൂതന സംവിധാനങ്ങളെ എങ്ങനെ കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ കഴിയും എന്നുള്ള നിലയിൽ ശ്രമിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് വലിയ ഒരു ടീമിൻ്റെ പ്രവർത്തനം ഇതിൻ്റെ പിന്നിൽ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ തിരശ്ശീലയ്ക്ക് പിന്നിൽ പോലെ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ നടക്കുന്നതിൻ്റെ കൂടി സമഗ്രമായിട്ടുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനമാണ്. ശ്രീ അജി ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ളവരൊക്കെ അത്തരത്തിൽ കഠിന അധ്വാനം ഇതിനു വേണ്ടി ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇതിൽ പറഞ്ഞു വന്ന മറ്റൊരു പ്രശ്നം, നമ്മുടെ ഇപ്പോൾ സാറ് സൂചിപ്പിച്ചു, ഇവിടെ നിന്നുള്ള നമ്മുടെ തലച്ചോറെല്ലാം വിട്ടുപോകുന്നു. പലരും കാനഡ അങ്ങനെയുള്ള സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലേക്ക് പോകുന്നു. അങ്ങനെ പക്ഷെ അതിൽ നമ്മളൊരു കാര്യം പറയാം, സാർ ഇവിടെ പരാമർശിച്ച 2 വ്യക്തിത്വങ്ങൾ ഇന്ന് ലോകം മുഴുവൻ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കപ്പെടുന്ന, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവരുടെ കഴിവുകൾ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അസൂയാപകമായി നോക്കി കിട്ടേണ്ട കാര്യങ്ങൾ നല്ല മരുന്നാണ്. സുനിത വില്യംസ് ഇവിടെ പരാമർശിച്ചു. ആ സുനിത വില്യംസ് യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ സീഡ് ആണെന്ന് പറയാം, നമ്മുടെ വിത്ത്, വംശജ ഇന്ത്യൻ. നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ, ലോകത്തെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ബില്യൺസ് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ 3200 കോടി US$ അധിപൻ, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഒരു സ്പേസിന്റെ മാതൃകൻ എന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റും. ഇത്രയും ധനാശനായ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഇലോൺ മസ്കിനെയും ഇവിടെ പരാമർശിച്ചു. അയാളുടെയും നമ്മൾ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ വംശജൻ എന്ന് നോക്കി സൗത്ത് ആഫ്രിക്കയാണ്. അയർലൻഡ് പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് സൗത്ത് ആഫ്രിക്കയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഈ കേരളം, ഇതുപോലെ ഇന്ത്യ പോലുള്ള ഓരോ സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ എത്രയോ വലിയ തലച്ചോറുകൾ ഉണ്ട് എന്നുള്ള കാര്യത്തിൽ യാതൊരു സംശയമില്ലെന്നാണ്. ഇതിൻ്റെ ഇത്രയും വലിയ, ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ലോകം ചർച്ച ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്ന ഈ 2 വ്യക്തികളെയാണ് ഇവിടെ പരാമർശിച്ചത്. ആ 2 വ്യക്തികളെ ഇത്രയും അസൂയാവഹമായിട്ടുള്ള ലോകത്ത് അവരെ ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ അത്തരത്തിൽ ആരാധിക്കും. ഏതാണ്ട് ബഹിരാകാശത്ത് 62 മണിക്കൂർ അധികം നടന്ന ഏറ്റവും വലിയ റെക്കോർഡ് സൃഷ്ടിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു വ്യക്തിത്വം, അതും ഇന്ത്യയുടെ വംശജ. മറ്റേ അദ്ദേഹം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഏറ്റവും അമേരിക്കയും കാനഡയും ഒക്കെ അവരുടെ സ്വന്തം എന്ന് പറയപ്പെടുന്ന ആളാണ് സൗത്ത് ആഫ്രിക്കക്കാർ. ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടെയുള്ളവർക്ക് ഇവിടെ തന്നെ അതിന് അവസരം ഉണ്ടാക്കാനാണ് സാറിപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞ മനോമണിയൻ സുന്ദർനാരാൽ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി, അല്ലേ? IMS അല്ലേ? അവരോടെ അപ്പൊ ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള പല യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റികളും സ്വകാര്യ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റികളെ പോലും ഇവിടത്തേക്ക് വിളിക്കാനെന്ന് സർക്കാർ തീരുമാനിച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ബാലരോഗികൾ നിങ്ങൾ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നോളൂ, കുഴപ്പമില്ല. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഇവര് കാനഡയിൽ പോകണ്ട, ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിൽ പോകണ്ട, അമേരിക്കയിൽ പോകണ്ട, ഇവിടെ തന്നെ അവർക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ സംവിധാനം കൊടുക്കാം എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പഠന രീതി തന്നെ. നേരത്തെ നമ്മളൊക്കെ പഠിക്കുമ്പോൾ 3 വർഷം ഡിഗ്രി ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു വിഷയം ഐച്ഛിക വിഷയം നമ്മൾ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിന് നമ്മൾ അതിൽ നിന്ന് കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്. ഇപ്പൊ അത് മാറിയില്ലേ? 1 വർഷം കഴിഞ്ഞ് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പഠിക്കണം, ഇങ്ങനെ പഠിക്കണം, 4 വർഷത്തിലേക്ക് പഠിക്കാമെന്നൊരു പുതിയ സംവിധാനം. അങ്ങനെ നൂതന സംവിധാനങ്ങളിലൂടെ നമ്മുടെ പഠന രംഗം അത് ഗുരു പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള വിദ്യ കൊണ്ട് സ്വതന്ത്രരാകാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ്. നമ്മളെല്ലാ രീതിയിലും സ്വതന്ത്രരാകും. നമുക്ക് കഴിവുണ്ട്, അത് നമ്മൾ വളരെ ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻ്റ് ആയിട്ട്. ഇവിടെ സാറ് പറഞ്ഞത് APJ പരാമർശിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് സ്വപ്നത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞു. വേറെ സ്വപ്നം കണ്ടിട്ട് കാര്യം അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞത് സ്വപ്നം കാണുക. ആ സ്വപ്നമല്ല, അതൊരു ഡിസയറാണ്. വെറും ഡിസയറല്ല, സ്ട്രോങ് ഡിസയറാണ്. എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അംബീഷ്യസ് ആണ്. ഈ സ്വപ്നം ഞാൻ നടപ്പിലാക്കി, എനിക്ക് കഴിവുണ്ട്, ആ കഴിവ് നടപ്പിലാക്കുക. അതാണ് ഗുരു പറഞ്ഞേക്കുന്നത്. എവിടെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ദൈവത്തിനെ കാണണമെങ്കിലും അവസാനമായി നടത്തിയ പ്രതിഷ്ഠ എന്താണ്? കളവങ്കോടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? കണ്ണാടി പ്രതിഷ്ഠ. ആ പ്രതിഷ്ഠയിൽ നോക്കിയാൽ ആരെയും കൊണ്ട് ഏത് സൃഷ്ടി, ഏത് ദൈവത്തിനെയും ഏത് ശാസ്ത്രത്തിനെയും എല്ലാം ആ കണ്ണാടി നോക്കിയാൽ കാണാൻ കഴിയില്ലേ? അല്ലേ? ആ കണ്ണാടി നോക്കിയാൽ കാണാൻ കഴിയും. അതാരാണ്? അതിൻ്റെ എല്ലാം കഴിവുള്ള ആളാണ് നമ്മൾ. നമ്മുടെ തലച്ചോറ്, നമ്മുടെ മനസ്സ്, നമ്മുടെ കഴിവ്. ആ കഴിവ് പ്രയോഗിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി കൂടുതൽ ഊർജം പകരുവാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ് ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു ഇന്റർനാഷണൽ സെമിനാർ ഇവിടെ സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചത്. ആ ഊർജം ഇവിടെ വന്ന് കേൾക്കേണ്ടവർ ഇല്ല എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ദുഃഖകരമായ കാര്യമുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങളെല്ലാം ഇത് പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നതിൻ്റെ വിദഗ്ധരാണ്, ഇവിടെ ഇരിക്കുന്നവരല്ല. നിങ്ങളെല്ലാം